Welcome back, everybody. We have had our break. We hope you had a good one as well, and we hope you are ready for questions because this is our couch table talk table on a couch where we talk about things related to tables and couches. Just
so
give us your
upholstery, am
questions.
I right?
Yes.
I sure do love furniture.
Where we ask our questions and stuff. So go ahead and ask your questions. Type question in front of it so I can see it. If you can and you're on Twitch, you can use highlight to make sure that I can see what we're talking about. But other than that, what is this? Is this the thing? We do have a question already from chat, so I don't have to go to you guys on the cast don't have to worry about questions for each other just yet. Oh, is that not going to work? Of course it's not. Give me half a second. This is future chat. Let me refresh. Refresh. Okay. There we go. There we go. Question from Men Math. How are both the players and their characters feeling about the whole thing with Tomas?
About killing him?
That would be the whole thing. Yeah.
Lying to him and then killing him.
Oh, that makes it even worse.
I mean, Maldrus never lied to him. Maldrus just stole from him right before he died. So Maldrus doesn't really.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you think about it, Maldrus has done nothing wrong.
That's right.
I mean, yeah.
And I mean, what they've done is good, actually, because I mean that medallion was just going to go to waste, if we're being honest.
Yeah.
If anything,
now,
he owes Maldrus a favor.
And
Which
me
he
as a player,
can.
I think it's hilarious.
But like, so if he died on another plane, you can't like keep his ghost with you, right?
Right.
Oh, because that would be a
I was
fun
gonna
ghost
say
to
that
keep
would
ask.
suck. Be like, yeah, I killed you.
Just
Like,
this ghost
hey,
running
what
I
the
don't
around.
want
hell?
you around. Can I banish ghosts that I don't like? Can I find a way to get rid of them?
I would say yes, but then I fear that you would get rid of Randy. And
Oh,
Damn it.
yeah, Randy's
Aw,
great.
Randy.
Randy's my boy. And I need him to stay for comedic
Yeah, Randy's
reasons.
your boy, not my boy.
You just like doing that
Okay.
voice.
Yeah,
I
he likes
do.
that voice.
Yeah,
and I hate
love
it.
I feel very bad. I'm really don't like. I try to always do good things. I've never killed a man, so but I think that Tim. Let's just not.
Just
Let's just
roll an
not.
insight check
dive
on
into that.
Zoe here.
So I think that Tim, she, as I think I've probably made clear, has like a weird moral compass. Not, good or bad, or like it's just weird. Which is what happens when you've spent 20 years alone.
Right.
So she I think feels a little bit bad, but ultimately, it was for a good cause. There is all of this like this creature was trapped here for hundreds or thousands of years against its will. So what is one life when it in that, how does that math work?
Would you say that she's developing like a sense of bloodlust? Maybe she liked how it felt?
Serious answer, no, I don't think so.
Okay.
Unserious answer, I
Sure.
think that if she ever does crack, like if her dog dies, yeah, she's gonna go John Wick. Full John Wick is
That's
just
when the Dark Tim arc.
Understandable.
yes.
Nervous. A quick sidebar question: how old was Tomas? Let me see. How bad can I make the party feel? No, he was. I described him as a young man. The whole point was that he was like really late teens, really early 20s sort of deal. Like he wasn't. He was just.
Oh,
he was just.
Zoe.
He was just one of the monks. That's.
No, that's
But
too
listen,
young.
Old enough to
Listen.
join the military.
That's
How
it.
many people?
Yeah.
How many
Yes.
people did that volcano kill when it erupted?
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
saved
I don't
a
wanna
lot of
think
people
about
by
it.
sending one person to their death.
The needs of the
Yeah, we
many
did the
outweigh
trolley
needs of
problem.
The few.
Yeah,
Mhm.
this was a practical application of the trolley problem.
And look, the elemental is going to be happy. He can play hide and seek.
He'll even
That's
have
true.
a material plane corpse to mess around with for a bit.
He can throw it like the dice.
He can play with
Ugh.
bones.
Which
I don't
like any of
yeah.
this.
Can I find my dice?
Hooey.
Yeah, you can find your dice. Absolutely.
Okay.
They're like smoking.
They might even have a little something extra on them now, actually. I'll have to double check that.
Oh, sweet.
I wasn't anticipating it,
Okay.
but I feel like them being handled by an elemental that kind of is sentient at this point probably had something to do with something.
Yeah.
Any of you guys got questions for yourselves while we're waiting for chat questions to filter in?
I got a question, and this one's for Jay. What the fuck, man?
Right?
Solid.
You'd be surprised how often I get that question. Is it the childlike appearance of the elemental and the subsequent slavery, or
it's the monster man that arose out of nowhere to threaten us at the end of the session?
oh, well that's part of Maldrus's backstory. You're gonna have to.
Yeah, that's me. That's
Hey,
my fault.
Was the voice suitably creepy / sexy?
I didn't really quite catch the name of who it was that's after me that they said, but yeah.
Some
watch
lord of
the
the
pod back.
unseelie court.
Yeah.
I heard it was a
So-
raptor or something.
The Raptor Lord of the
Unseelie Raptor.
Court.
Oh god, Jurassic Park shit.
He's got
Velociraptor. Yes.
He's coming at me with my love of
Clever girl.
dinosaurs.
Well,
I
now
mean, it's
feel
more like
bad
bird.
because yeah, it's a bird reference, not a dinosaur. I have to do
Dinosaur
some rewrites,
reference.
is what I'm saying.
Dinosaur reference.
Yay.
What are birds if not living dinosaur references?
We talked about Naomi maybe having a dinosaur,
Yeah,
and you couldn't remember this from Mal?
I wrote Mal a long time ago.
Raptor
That's
Lord.
true.
Raptor Lord. I want to ride one.
I mean, if you come out with dinosaurs, I would love that.
I wouldn't. They're fucking dinosaurs. They wreck our shit.
There is
How do you know? We could wreck their shit.
good stuff.
I don't know. I just read Jurassic Park a couple months ago.
It's good stuff. The book is so good. I love it.
I still need to finish reading the second one, but I was so miffed by the beginning of it. I was just like, whatever.
Yeah, the second book isn't. I mean, to be fair, Michael Crichton's books are always a little. But
It sounded like
How
your publisher
dare
told
you? Congo is the perfect piece of literature.
right, Andromeda Strain is also,
Andromeda Strain is pretty good. Congo
Right,
is
yeah.
junk food for me.
it is.
I love
yeah.
it.
Absolutely.
the beginning of the second Jurassic Park book just gave me the vision of he didn't want to write this. His
He
publisher made him write this.
Yeah.
Something happened here because this is
Literally, yes.
bullshit.
That's it.
That's
the
what
movie
I've
did so
heard.
well. Yeah, the
Yeah,
movie
they
did
wanted
so
it.
well.
They told him to write
Mhm.
a second one, and I'm like,
Yeah.
all right, yeah, I don't. It's like I've got the special edition hardback from the Barnes and Noble with like the fun pages and stuff. I don't know if I'm gonna read the second half because I'm just like,
Right.
come on.
We've got two great questions about Sparks, actually. First one is Medmath again. Medmath is asking, it's for me specifically, but like, he's right, I probably won't answer. Will Sparks keep getting add-ons until he's a hulking Gundam dog? I mean, probably. I don't know. Zoe and I worked out like a whole series of.
Genuinely, I want nothing more than to put a gun on that dog.
Give him a rocket launcher. We were talking about this
Yeah,
before the start.
Yeah, we were talking about it before the stream started, and I was like, Boston Dynamics, who? You know,
Butterball Dynamics.
Butterball Dynamics.
The littlest war criminal. And then
My dog's got a rocket launcher. Pew, pew, pew.
to follow up,
Don't think that's the sound rocket launchers make, but we
Sure it
we can-
is. Little ones.
Yeah, well,
little
it's a
rockets.
fantasy setting, right? So,
yeah,
They can sound like whatever we want.
Yeah. And
It's
as a follow up
fantasy.
from Juliet Tango, hi Juliet.
Hi, Juliet.
Follow up. are any of you at all concerned at the growing sentient of Sparks?
No.
No,
Not at all.
Tim, well, both Tim and I, yes. I'm not going to go into it because this potential spoilers, but when I thought that there was going to be a fight here, I messaged Jay and was like, hey, here's an idea that I had for if either Sparks or Tim dies, like this, some, future, like how to basically make all that work. I had some ideas for that, and he was like, you know what? That actually works with the arc that I've built for what's happening with Sparks. And I was just immediately like, oh no, I've made a mistake.
Calm.
So
Panic.
yeah,
Calm.
I'm a little, I mean, I'm excited and I'm fully on board for it, but I am a little bit nervous. Cause like I just want to protect my dog at all costs. And I'm
Now
afraid of what's happening to my dog that I did, and I'm frightened of all of it.
Your dog is becoming a man.
Yeah, I know. They grow up so fast.
Right.
You're the man now, dog.
Rose is asking if other dinos are going to be coming after Mal, and I guess I've got to rewrite some things, so probably. Because I obviously missed the easy raptor double check here, which is actually good because raptors are actually more dangerous than the thing I was going to send after you guys, so I think that's what
bring
I'll do.
it.
Yeah.
Don't
I have less
challenge
than
him.
half hit points right now. Bring it.
I mean, you're also up a volcano. You're a little ways
Yeah,
away.
we punched
Oh,
a
we got- listen.
volcano.
All we gotta do is we gotta go back to the caldera and we gotta hold like a little red piece of fabric and be like, hey, come on, little raptors, come on. And then as they rush at us, we pull it out of the way at the last minute and we watch them fall into a volcano and they die.
We're raptor matadors?
Yes.
This is
That's
called the
the
Ole
coolest-
technique.
The coolest fucking thing I have ever heard of.
Raptidors.
Thank you.
Raptor matadors.
Raptidors, if you will.
Raptidors.
We'll take
Oh, yeah.
Emery's little butt cape and just be like, hey, motherfucker, come on.
Is Mal gonna become a Death Blender too? Asks Slyfox. I mean, Mal doesn't have the level of anger that Emery has.
Yeah, I don't think so. Mal is just pissed off at one person in particular, and Emery seems like she's mad at like the whole world.
Right.
Yeah, she also kind of specifically has like one group of people that she's pissed at, but also she's just not in general a pleasant person right now.
Right. It has to do more with the idea that Emery's, not to give too much away here, but Emery's anger is more self-destructive than Maldris's is.
Mm-hmm. I was honestly kind of disappointed that we didn't get to do a fight today because I had a thing prepped.
It's true, you did.
I did. I sent a video of Jay. I'm like, hey, if we have a thing, I have a thing if we get into a fight, and it's very cool, but I kind of don't want to spoil it.
Gotta hold it on to it. Another
Gotta
month
hold on
or so.
to it until it's cool.
Yeah.
Or 2 months.
Next
You
time
won't
I
be
go-
here.
Yeah.
Let's see
Cause
here.
it is. It's like if this was any other show, I would have just been like, no, I gotta play D&D, but MomoCon is like consistently the best show I do all year. So I'm
Oh, yeah,
like,
of course.
"Ugh,
Then
I'm gonna
what it
make
is.
like 2 months worth of my mortgage at this one at like one weekend. Let's fucking go.
Absolutely. When your YouTube videos aren't going crazy.
Oh hush.
Speaking of, is Emery satisfied with volcano punching? Or is there another source of frustration now?
I mean, the volcano punching was a temporary reprieve from her constant source of frustration, which is everything sucks and she wants to do a murder. But now,
Right.
for a brief reprieve, she was like, okay, fine, we're gonna do this volcano thing, shit. And now the volcano's been taken care of, and she's like, okay, back to my revenge quest, I guess.
We also did a
No.
murder.
We did.
True.
Like, me, Star, feels a little bad about how that shook down, but Emery's probably just like, motherfucker did it to himself. It's like all the bastards involved.
Oh, here's a good question for everybody who's not Emery.
Uh-oh.
Slyfoss asks, how does everyone feel about Emery's warning to not fight near her? There's a lot of character development in the last couple of episodes.
Mm. I was rehearsing that conversation before the session.
Tim is sad about it. Like, I think that she wants to help Emery and, like, doesn't know how because she's not very good with people. But she's, like, she is a little bit worried, but, like, for her own safety. But she's, I think, more worried about, like, I want you to know it's okay. Like, I know it's not you. And, like, she's trying to figure out ways that she can, like, infect you with her kindness. And that's sort of why, like, last session when I gave you when I, like, infused your sword and, like, gave you heroism and, like, all of these little she's trying to figure out what she can do to make you feel better.
No. Baby.
Vernon just being a fellow, like, transformer of some sort is just like, nope, understood, gonna stay far away.
Rathgurther just naively assumes that in the event that there's any monster transformation, she will simply subdue whoever it is.
I mean, Emery did stab you once already, though, is the thing.
Only because she let it happen. Rathgurther things only hurt Rathgurther when she allows it.
Or yeah, this is definitely what she thinks. Yes.
Mm-hmm. We will fucking see.
She might become quickly disabused of this notion, but that is what she thinks.
As for Mal, well, Mal's the rogue, so Mal kind of needs somebody up in close combat with the enemies. So, but also they were really hurt this session, so they were like, "I'm just gonna, if a fight happens, I'm gonna stand back and let you guys take a beating this time. I've already taken mine."
Yeah. I was looking for our level 5 upgrade. So Emery is already like a two-handed fighter. She's got a sword in each hand, which means that she makes an attack with her proper sword and then her like secondary sword each turn. So that's 2 attacks already each turn. She gets a second attack, which is 2 more, which means that without doing anything else, I will get 4 attacks per round. I also get hasted when I go into Death Blender mode, which goes up to 8. If I use Action Surge while I am in Death Blender mode, that is, correct me if I'm doing my math wrong, I think that is 16 attacks per turn.
Yeah, so
Holy
actually,
shit.
your offhand attack, you can only make once, so that's your bonus action. So you
Damn.
have 3 per turn. You're hasted, so that's 6 per turn. And if you if you Action Surge inside of that, you will do 12 attacks per turn at your max.
Death Blender is materializing in a very violent way.
Oh my god.
Yep.
That's 1 attack every half second.
Yeah. This is why she's like, stay the fuck back if Death Blender mode happens. Because that's a lot of attacks to go and unleash.
It is.
But also, point of order about that conversation, I very specifically chose the wording. Like I said, this was kind of a line I rehearsed in my head a lot because I'm just like, eh. So the exact word, paraphrasing because I don't know in the moment, but whatever. Do not risk your lives fighting alongside me. That doesn't necessarily have to just mean in the moment. That's also just a her thing in general. She's like, why are these people sticking around me? I'm just dragging them into my shit.
And that is why Tim held your hand after. Because she's not letting go.
Mm-hmm.
And now you get to get dragged through my backstory.
Whee!
And that's why Tim held your hand. And if she had more hands,
I didn't know that was gonna happen.
She would hold everybody's hand.
Tim has the power of precognition.
Tim's next upgrade is to give herself more arms. for hand holding.
I was gonna say.
For hand holding specifically.
Speaking of backstories,
Wow, that raptor guy has 4 arms.
question from Rose.
Well, we all have 4 arms.
Jay dropped a bunch of directions before the Raptor Lord popped up. What direction was the party looking to go as they run and or fight this guy?
Well, the raptor guy said that he was after me. He was hunting me, right?
Mhm.
So it doesn't matter, I guess, where we go because he's just gonna find me.
It's true.
I assume.
Also, the guy we're talking to might not be this Raptor Lord because he, unless he speaks in the third person.
Might just be a messenger, yeah.
Oh, it could have been just a warning, yeah.
Yeah. I am the great courier Goro. Here to let you know that the Raptor Lord of the Unseelie whatever is after you.
Hey, by the way, payment on delivery, what you got? 4 gold. Came all the way
I
here.
work for tips.
Shipping is not required, but is customary.
Right.
Kind of like rubs his fingers together. I'm imagining like the dude from Home Alone 2, like the what's this fuck, like the bellhop guy.
Tim Curry?
Sure.
Yeah.
I don't know
I
actors.
think it was Rob Schneider in that.
Sure.
That part. I don't know.
But yeah, there were lots of directions to go in that I reminded you of. That was the great plot hook vista at the top of the mountain. Yeah, that's
Yeah, I
through your
mean,
question.
Tim definitely is, especially having experienced this whole thing with this child that has been kept away from its parents for who knows how long. That definitely like hurt her little heart a little bit, and I think maybe she's doing some reflecting. So I don't think that she would immediately beeline to go figure out where her parents are, but if it's in the same direction as Mal's stuff, she definitely wouldn't say no to that.
I mean, Emery's concern right now is still her family. Like, she got her uncle out of the bad situation, but like her sister and her dad are still at the house with the imposter. And so it's like, how much does she need to worry about that? And so that's kind of probably like an ongoing concern. But also, is it something that needs to be acted on immediately? Is she strong enough to go take care of that right this second? And it's a whole complicated mess in her brain right now.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like that's kind of what I was thinking, was that we would go and meet up with Emery's uncle, in the chateau there, just because.
Has it been long enough?
You guys
a
have been
couple
on
days.
the
Several
lasso
days.
for a couple of days.
Yeah, I don't remember how long we were told to like lay low.
I mean,
Couple of days probably.
yeah, laying low. I mean, his chateau was private enough that he was going to hide there. So
Does Emery
Oh, right,
know
because we
where
just have
that
to stay
is?
out of Waterdeep, right?
Yeah.
yeah, and yeah, Emery definitely knows where it is.
Okay.
It
I'm like, is that something that she could go find, or?
I mean, it's conveniently in the forest near where Tin's parents were last spotted, and near where on the other side of the place that Rathgurther really doesn't want to go.
Oh shit.
Although that may have changed by now. I'm not sure how Mildred is feeling about it.
Well, maybe looks like that's the direction we're going to be going.
Yeah, if they're all in a row like that.
Wow, how convenient.
Man,
What fortune?
sometimes life happens,
Let's
I
go
can
the other
imagine.
way.
Let's go the other way. Let's go into the sea.
Let's go back to Waterdeep.
Walking into the ocean to avoid our problems. Da-da-da, da-da-da-da-da.
We all have fire resist, not water resist.
Go straight north into Icewind Dale and deal with that nonsense.
Wahoo!
This is called the weighted boot technique.
Grab the
Just like
cannonball,
in-
grip it firmly, walk into the ocean.
Cement shoes. Clunk, clunk, clunk. The problem is trying to unequip them. Ugh.
Unfortunately, we have somebody who has a hammer.
Right. Let's see here. I'm gonna give chat another couple of minutes to get any last minute questions in. And does anybody on the couch here? Because we're closing in on our last little couple of minutes here. Is anyone on the couch feeling any questions bubbling up?
Feeling spicy.
For Vernon, how did what was it like to talk to a child and use your verbosity for good as opposed to for selfish reasons?
Oh, I mean, it felt very, very fulfilling to ensure that not only did this town not burn to a crisp, but also that this other guy, maybe not so much.
Fulfilling.
Fulfilling in that we finished the mission. It got done. Otherwise, it was maybe a little bit. I had not really considered like the kind of things that Jay brought up, where it's like, yeah, so it doesn't understand these things. You're throwing a lot of information at once. I was like, oh, that's a good point, because yeah, I guess when you talk to kids, they probably.
Yeah, the only child that you really spend a lot of time talking to is Tim, and A, she's not a child, and B, she
Yeah.
has an intelligence score of 20, so
Yeah,
Right.
so
Sort of wunderkind. Yeah.
so yeah, Vernon's entire experience is just like, oh wait, no, you're not as smart as the one that makes all the stones and stuff. Okay, well, how do I put this?
I mean, that's very Vernon, though, right? The idea that you just could
Mhm.
not interact with children if you tried. But
Yep.
yeah, but I wanted that to be a sort of moment, because I think earlier when you and I were discussing how Vernon's character arc was kind of where you wanted it to go, the idea that he would slowly soften up from being this guy who was just a rapier witted con man, slowly kind of coming around to the idea that maybe you shouldn't do that anymore.
Yeah, and actually, I had also prepared kind of like a speech kind of thing that I was going to say or whatever if we were going to actually go into battle with the thing. That I was going to be like, okay, you guys. So here's the thing: I'm actually the leader of a cult, and I want to change that. But the only way I could do that is if you guys keep me alive. Okay? Okay.
I
Oh,
love that we
man.
were all preparing for this to go like so far south.
Yeah.
I mean, you could have. You really could have.
Yeah.
But yeah. There was, like I said, there was a world where you just busted in here and be like, monster, and then just kick its
You!
ass. And then, yeah, that would be lacking all nuance. But no, you folks put in the extra work, because you didn't have to go to the farm where the young girl was laid to rest either. There was an option not to do that. You didn't even have to go to Tema if you didn't want to. That was like, you could have gone up the mountain slope, seen what was going on there, and went, oh well, looks like we're going to go to the real problem, which is clearly the caldera, and then just moved on. So, but you all did.
That's
You put in the work.
Because
That's
that's
what
what
Emery probably
heroes
would've done.
do, Jay.
That's what heroes
And
do.
we're
Yeah, we
heroes.
100% the game.
Yeah, Tomas absolutely believes you're all heroes. That's it.
He will
Well,
believe
that
that
doesn't
as
really
he's
matter.
burning
He's dead.
alive.
Could you say the volcano has boiled the crab? I mean, it came very close.
Yeah, I was a little bit concerned for a second. I was like, okay, well, I mean, it's only a d6 of damage, but I don't know. It could always multiply.
If it got angry, it was going to get more. Yeah, so if your
Yeah.
interactions had gone a little bit different. Yep.
Glad I rolled well when it counted.
I mean, you also made that persuasion check at the very beginning to stop his tantrum, too. Because otherwise there would have been some rounds of tantruming, which would have affected all of you. So, there's that.
Yeah, that would have been bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I probably would not have enjoyed that.
Right? Dangerous. Well, okay, everybody. If there's no more questions, and it doesn't seem like there is, I think it's going to be all for this month. We are, this is completed the Volasso arc. You have finished my volcano puzzle.
We punched the
Yay.
volcano.
We did it! Punch, punch,
And
punch,
we
punch, punch, punch.
won.
Right?
Woo.
I'm only giving this 4 stars because there were neither dungeons nor dragons in this arc, but
Gotta step it up. Message received. Next time there will be a basement with a big lizard in it. And that's what
Yay!
will happen. Yep.
Still
I
need to make
trust
those
you.
stickers that
Yeah.
Raptors are technically big lizards.
That's right. They are terrible lizards indeed. And they are big. So over the course of the next month or so, keep an eye on all of our social medias, which we are about to tell you about. Because we will figure out the scheduling for the next session. At the very least, the one with Emery is going to be separate from the usual. So keep an eye for that specifically. But otherwise, we hope you see us again next month. And starting with Dear Ronald, why don't you tell us where people can find you?
Sure. If you look anywhere on social media, you can find me at Megaron TV. That includes YouTube, Twitter, TikTok, anything you think about it. Just put in Megaron TV. You'll probably find me. I've started to stream again a little bit recently, so Twitch and YouTube for sure. Megaron TV. Wahoo!
Jinx.
I am Wild Jinx on Twitch, YouTube, and TikTok. And then Wild Jinx Gaming on Twitter, but I don't really use it right now. But I'm trying to get back to that eventually.
Well, I warned you.
Maybe
it'd be
not.
like waking up on the 7 days later set, going, where is everybody?
Yeah. Maybe not Twitter then.
Right. Tis a silly
Wild
place.
Jinx on Blue Sky.
Blue Sky. Oh crap!
What?
It's the next
What's
big
that?
thing I hear. It's another Twitter. Don't worry about it.
The Twitter
Star.
replacement?
Yeah.
That's what I'm hearing.
That's
Star.
what people say.
You can go for it.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Hi, I am Star, the Starfish Face on pretty much every platform. I am mostly active on Twitter because I am going down with this stupid ship because I need a place to scream into the void. The thing that I would like to shill for right now, though, is that I make webcomics and stuff of that nature. And if you also want to make a webcomic or learn anything at all about making comics or writing them or marketing them or doing anything of that nature, I've got a freaking book on Kickstarter right now. Ron's got the first edition. The one that's coming out for this Kickstarter is actually the second edition. I went and I rewrote a bunch of stuff and I added like 70 new pages to it. And the Kickstarter is running until next Friday, I think. The 5th is the last day, but it's the morning of the 5th. Yeah, so there's like exactly 7 days left. If I'm allowed to drop that link in the chat, then I will.
Yeah, you absolutely can.
Because I do have it prepped.
But
Boop.
like a whole, yeah. Our buddy here beat the pants off of this Kickstarter.
Yeah, apparently. It's 300% funded, no big deal. People
And
were
if you back it, you can get cool stuff like stickers.
yeah, I've got extra stuff. I've got stickers, I've got some pins, I've got some digital stuff. You can get just like the ebook. If you don't want to wait for shipping, I'll send you the ebook version. It's like the lowest tier on the Kickstarter, and you'll get it pretty much like as soon as the payment for Kickstarter goes through, because the book is done. I just have to like finish formatting it and proofreading a couple of little things. But yeah, buy my book. Woohoo! Somebody.
Mildo.
I'm Thought Slime. You can find me as Thought Slime on most places. Also, I'm right behind you.
Shit.
You told me and I wasn't prepared.
Yeah.
To be
That's
fair,
it.
I did hang up those eyeball lights, so to be representative of slime eyeball zone. So
you go.
Got a diploma back there.
I don't know that word. I don't know what you just said. Zoster.
Yes. I don't like how much that sounds like toaster. I am Zoe B. You can find me on YouTube at Zoe B. I'm going to be releasing a video on April 31st. Don't look at a calendar. I think that's it. I'm having a very routine, not a big deal, but I'm having a surgery on the 2nd. So send me good vibes. Good vibes for
vibes.
that.
Mm-hmm.
Pew, 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 pew. Good vibes, lasers.
You can do it. I
Pew,
believe in
pew,
you. Oh, me! I forgot. Hi everybody. I'm Jay, the Jcorn. You can find me at Jcorn TV or the Jcorn TV or the Jcorn pretty much anywhere. The Twitters, because I also don't care about my mental health, and YouTube and Twitch. And yeah, I basically only do this right now. So I'm glad to see you all here. Thank you all for coming by. And if you all want to support this production, the best way to do that is to do so with our coffee. You're looking at Ko-Fi at the J-Corn. You can go ahead and find me. It'll have the same icon that I use everywhere. It is, you'll know it when you see it. But I think that's...
If you're watching, you need to subscribe to Jay on YouTube if you haven't already.
Oh yeah, that's right. We are finally above 500 subs on the YouTube, which means we are over the halfway point to actually get monetized, which is another way that you guys can support us simply by not doing anything, by just coming and watching and pressing that, smashing that subscribe button and sitting on the bell button to make it ring or something.
Doing all that shit.
Jay, do you know how bells work?
I don't.
No, that's how they work.
Do they? Okay.
It's like one of those like little hotel concierge bells that you just like press, then you could sit on one of those and it would ding once.
That's what I was thinking.
Just once.
Just once.
Wouldn't you sitting on it like compress the vibration so it wouldn't ding anymore?
Oh, think about it too hard.
That
If
depends on
you
how
sat
taped up
very
you are.
slowly.
It wouldn't do that. No.
Yeah, no. Well, that's been our time for this month, everybody. We are pleased to have had you along to share our story and to talk about the physics of bells with regards to their interaction with bottoms. We will see you all very soon. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
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 Why do all of our
Bye.
conversations involve butts?